Hello everybody, today on Gearfacts it's the Boss ME-80, one of the heavyweights at the moment, 2016. I'll show you 4 of the patches that I've made up and then we'll run through some of these great effects at the top here and have a bit more of a talk about it. Okay, so there are 4 patches that I put together just in the space of a few minutes. It's very easy to tweak these sounds and get something really good, really fast. Let's try some more of the drive effects. Let's go back to some overdrive sounds. Turn the drive back a little bit and keep it subtle. And of course, one of the interesting things you notice about the ME-80 are these double pedal modules right here. It has the familiar down and up bank changing system, and then the 4 pedals underneath relate to the 4 patches within each of the banks. But it also gives you quick access to the editing up here, so each of the lights in this edit mode relate to something that's above here. No digital menus or anything like that to skip through. You just go ahead and edit your effects as if they were just normal pedals chained one after the other. And this is where it starts to get really fun. You've got your compressor and another set of effects. The touch wah is amazingly good, as you heard before. Compressor is every bit of that Boss CS1 compressor quality that you'd expect. The slow gear I find always a fun one to use, so there's lots of creativity to add to your sound there. Getting on to, of course, the overdrive and distortion section, all the old favorites, and the classic 3-dial control along the bottom there. Moving ahead, you've got the modulation section. Probably my favorite on all pedals is to fool around with the modulation section and see exactly what it can do. The pitch shift goes plus 24 and minus 24 semitones, which of course, as we all know from listening to bands like Rage Against the Machine, that's an excellent thing to couple up with your expression pedal over here on the right, which gives you beautiful control over pitch. Combine that with a bit of delay as well, and that can give you some really awesome effects. The rotary and univibe too, I gave a little demo of those just before, and the univibe particularly is extremely authentic, probably the nicest univibe simulation I think I can remember using. Sounds completely analog to me. I don't know what the anatomy of this pedal is and how much is digital, how much is analog, but the authenticity of it was just beautiful. There's a delay down there as well on the right, which is another layer of delay that you can put along with the next section, which is called delay, and 2 layers of delay can be quite a handy thing to have sometimes. And then of course all our old favorites like phaser, flanger, tremolo, chorus, vibrato. Plenty of modulation fun to be had there. And the final layer of effects is delay section, and it's worth noting also that we've got the Terra Echo down there on the bottom right hand side just above phrase loop. Can be bought as an individual pedal, and that pedal will cost you almost as much as an entire ME-80, making the 80 a really good value pedal, because the Terra Echo is something quite impressive and interesting. Hopefully I'll get hold of one very soon and demonstrate it separately. Phrase loop, of course, is just an ordinary looper which can be layered as you continue to record into it. Over here we have a few basic controls. Edit, write and exit are the ones that you'll use the most. You can also program your control there, which is kind of like a second layer of effects. If you have a patch set up and you don't want to change patches as such, but you want to add, say, a little bit of delay when you're going into your solo, then the control pedal will be the one that you press just over here. So it basically acts as an on-off switch for whatever extra effect you want to layer over whatever you've already got. And finally, pedal effects. This is of course relating to the expression pedal just on the right there. The freeze effect is a good one. It's kind of a delay that just doesn't get any louder or softer. It just hangs in the air. And that can be a really nice thing to control with the expression pedal to sort of fade it in. -1 octave and +2 octave we heard, +1 octave as well. Now those are expression pedal controls that are separate from the pitch shifter that I showed you just a little bit before in the effects section. You can have other effects selected in modulation and still operate the pitch manually with the expression pedal using this control right here. Voice is that crazy humanizer sound. Traditionally Boss called it the humanizer. Just converts your signal into the 5 different vowel sounds and cycles through them. Over here we have oscillator delay, overdrive distortion, modulation rate, if you want to speed up your phaser for example to a really fast rotary cabinet type of sound. You can do that nice and slowly and gently using the expression pedal and selecting mod rate there. And then delay level. It's another way to fade in some delay if you're going to change the mood of your song halfway through. So, it's an extremely versatile one, the Boss ME-80. It's got some great distortions in there. Some of the sounds are really authentic. Some of them are just crazy and out there and a bit ridiculous, but there's no doubt that you can have a whole lot of fun with this one, as well as take it out to a gig and really get some serious action out of it. One last thing I'll say too is that it will also run on AA batteries. So again, we've got versatility. Overall build quality is excellent, and I did enjoy playing the Boss ME-80. Thanks again for watching Gearfacts, guys. I hope you can take a moment to subscribe and maybe even have a look at the Facebook page.